My name's Cathy. I'm curator of the pop programme and the outdoor installations. We started with an open call to all Medway university students and anyone that's been associated with a Kent-wide university, like University for the Creative Arts, for example. And we also a separate call out to artists from a wider field across the UK. I was responsible for curating just the UK strand of pop. And so from that we received a number of applications. The respondents responded to the brief, which specified installation or single screen work, audio, visual and performative. Addressing a sense of place, essentially, because the festival was about Medway in northern France. It's a cross-border collaboration. We had a high volume of respondents, and from that I selected the ones where they'd shown the most kind of considered approach to the brief, well finished piece of work, and the concept was strong as well. Afterwards, looking through the selected entries, I thought, wow, that's amazing. They fall into these two camps. One's about place and landscape, and the other was sort of forms of abstraction. And then thinking about that, that's because the brief wasn't, too prescriptive, but it did specify that we wanted people to engage with the place where they live, and engage with the moving image in a different way, in a kind of non-traditional cinematic way. And everybody that's responded has either questioned the materiality of film and video, and they are reflected in the installation works here. And in the single screen programme, quite a high number were about Chatham and Rochester, and places in France as well. And also a more abstract approach to film and video, which I think, again, speaks volumes about artists that are sort of trying to unpick the materiality of what cinema is and what film and video is. Come to pop, it's amazing. No, I mean, do come to pop. Only because of the breadth of work here. We've got a room where generally is installation based, and the approaches are quite varied and experimental. As opposed to some of the more traditional single screen work that's happening in the Guildhall, which again is an amazing opportunity for local people to see films by the Turner Prize winner of last year, Lord Provost, who's a French video artist, and also the touring Jarman Award shortlisted winners. Their films are being screened in the Guildhall. And normally you'd have to go to London to see this sort of thing, and it's happening right here in Rochester, and it's free. I would advise anybody that wants to put something in for the next sort of edition of 510 to just go out there and be experimental. Break the boundaries, play with form, play with content. Don't restrict yourself to what you perceive to be normal cinema narrative constructions, and contact the artistic director Margarita Gramegna. Her contact details are on the website 510.org, because there will be another edition of 510, and we will be looking, and we want local people to be involved.